This is the book Beat Depression by David Hinds from 2001. Chapter 18, Teen Depression. We do not see things as they are, we see them as we are. The Talmud, AD 500. The bottom line, a wise and trusted mentor is invaluable right now. Depressed teenagers need to have their feelings acknowledged and taken seriously. They need to be allowed to feel what they feel for as long as they need to feel it. They do not need to be told to snap out of it. Telling a depressed young person to grow up or not to be silly only serves to ensure that he or she or they will hide their true feelings in future. Nobody stays depressed if they can help it. It is the most awful, empty, joyless existence imaginable. One feels isolated and in turmoil, and nothing seems to matter anymore. Teenagers who are depressed are often unresponsive. They find it's hard to tell others exactly how they feel or what they want, and they seldom seem to have the energy to do anything constructive. One teenager, an intelligent, good-looking 15-year-old girl with kind, loving parents, said, "I feel so lonely, so worthless. I don't know what I want. I just want to stop all this pain." Typically, teenagers will fail to let their nearest and dearest know how they are feeling and what might be of help to them because they genuinely cannot see how things can improve. They may only come to know what they don't want after they have been given it, or realise they really don't want to hear after they have been told it. Rarely, without a wise and trusted mentor, do they discover what really helps because too few of those who care about them understand. To someone else, the fact that they feel as they do may appear unjustified, illogical, or downright ungrateful, and the depressed person may well agree. But realization alone cannot stop them feeling the way they feel because their feelings are all too real. To attempt to deny how they feel is to deny them the right to their feelings. It is tantamount to saying that your opinion in a matter that you may know little about is more valid than their feelings. It is this very same failure to accept their feelings that can contribute to depression in the first place. Young people in their teens often assess their predicaments, their prospects, and their self-worth inaccurately, based on no more evidence than a foolish, unkind, or chud's remark. They may come to believe that nobody will find them attractive, give them a job, invite them to the right parties, etc. It can be devastating to a teenager not to be allowed to dress and behave as their friends do, and it is a supremely confident youngster who is able to resist peer group pressure. Bullying at school or college is another source of depression. Students will undoubtedly fear the bullying, but they may fear the risk of reprisals even more if they were to report it. Most survive by looking forward to the day when they will leave or by skipping classes. Those who cannot cope become depressed. A young person whose behaviour gradually changes who becomes either disruptive or withdrawn needs careful assessment. There is likely to be either something seriously wrong at home or at school, or a real or perceived problem connected with a personal relationship. In a growing minority of cases, the problem could also be linked to drug abuse or trauma. If your teenage children are depressed, if you truly want them to confide in you, then you must be prepared to listen but not judge. Plan the moments, seek informed advice if you need to, encourage them to talk, then let them talk for as long as they want, for as long as it takes. After listening, gently probe if appropriate to make sure you are dealing with a real problem and that you understand it. Make your own helpful suggestions by all means, but let them draw their own conclusions. Your duty as a wise and trusted mentor is invaluable right now. Perhaps I have made this sound easy. It is not easy, anything but. If you are unsuited to the task, as many good people are, admit it and seek alternative or professional help. Simply placing a copy of this book in an appropriate place can do tremendous good should they choose to read it. You don't have to say anything, just do it. For your, or with the consent of her parents, somebody else's daughter, one single rose placed on top of the book will draw her attention to it. For your son, you decide. Your role is to help them live through their depression as quickly and painlessly as possible, and to tempt them out of isolation by doing everything you can think of to engage their interest and assuage their discomfort while accepting their feelings at face value.